Hey guys, it's the director. Remember to sub and like. Oh my god, it's Joey Bosa! What's up, guys? It's the director. Okay, so I'm sure it's very evident by now that something is coming to Madden very, very soon. And I'm sure most of you guys know what that is, as evident to EA's Twitter page, which just got an update to Zero Chill. Okay, so Madden just today, 3 hours ago, matter of fact, updated the profile picture. In the past, guys, this is usually meant that something is coming that week, sometimes even the next day. So we could see something as soon as tomorrow, but I'm guessing it's gonna be something towards the end of the week. Now, this might actually come to, in fact, why they took heavyweights and all that stuff out, so they can make room for stuff for Zero Chill. My opinion is if they're dropping this so early that this is going to be an extended promo, that we're going to see something right now, and then later on towards Christmas, closer to Christmas, we're going to see some big banger cards as well. So keep that in mind as we're going through this promo. Try not to spend all your coin right away, because something like a Great Master could hit the game closer to Christmas. And I'm guessing that's going to be, you know, maybe closer after the 16th. After the 16th is usually when some big stuff drops. But you just never know. There could be some fire stuff coming up here in the next couple of days. So as evident, guys, you can see Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson right here on the left side. So we're for sure getting an Ochocinco. That's pretty evident. If you guys want to see what Ochocinco looked like last season, here's his 93 overall legend. I'd expect him to be somewhere more around like a 94 or 95 if he's like the premier featured legend we're going to see on this program. Last season, 91 speed, 92 catch, 94 route running. So this guy was pretty good, but that's a completely different game, Madden 18. Okay, I'm guessing that this Chad Ochocinco is probably going to see something around 92, 93 speed. He's going to be great on Bengals, Patriots themed teams. So that's pretty evident that that's on its way, okay? One thing that people seem to be going crazy over is this blurred number right here. People seem to think that's number 34, and we'll be getting to that in a minute, who we think that could be. And we all know it wouldn't be a true director's video if we didn't have some custom card art to show you guys. We got some pretty cool stuff coming in here, man. Now, first, I want to give a shout out. I did go on Twitter and ask people for their suggestions on what we could get. Shout out to Manuel Carr, Roscoe Bell, Josh Brewer, Z-Mower. Swain Games had a lot in there. We got Nick, Aaron Beck, Chi Games, Trust in Philly, a lot of these guys. Thank you so much for the suggestions. We're gonna get into these right now and see what you guys think. And you know what? I'm gonna actually rate these as far as their likeliness of actually happening. So I think some of these we could legitimately see, and some of them are more like fan favorites. I have a couple fan favorites in there too. So let's just get into the custom card art. So the 34 that we saw in the promo art in EA's Twitter, number 34, we're thinking is gonna be Bo Jackson. Now, if you guys remember last year, Bo Jackson had an insane promo. I think the biggest promo for any single player that I have ever seen. He got an out-of-position player at pretty much every position in the game, making some positions absolutely OP, like guard. There was no better pulling guard in the game because just Bo had the most ridiculous speed. Okay, so will we see that again in Madden 19? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see an exclusive Bo Jackson out of position program, but I do think Bo is going to make another appearance in Madden, and I think it's going to be coming in Zero Chill. So the likeliness of this happening, I think this is an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 chance of Bo Jackson coming into the Zero Chill program. Next up, Earl Thomas. I did take a look at a couple guys that did need upgrades that I think could make a reappearance in Zero Chill. Earl Thomas does need an upgrade. He's a great card, great name. A lot of Seahawks fans would be super excited to see him added. So in the overalls, I'm thinking anywhere between 92 and 95, depending on the kind of player, if it's a legend, if it's, you know, a very high caliber player. So I'm thinking Earl Thomas, 93 overall free safety, could be a good upgrade to the name. Next up, Brett Favre. Okay, guys, Brett Favre. This is a really nice card, okay? Me and Charlie Monkey were talking the other day about Vikings theme team quarterbacks, and his name came up because we both think Brett Favre is coming to the game. And what better promo to reintroduce such a huge name than in Zero Chill, okay? So Zero Chill, I think there's a great chance of Brett Favre coming in. Is it meant to happen now? I'm not sure, but if I were EA, this would be the promo I'd drop him in. So I'm going to say this is a 6 or 7 out of 10 chance of seeing Brett Favre for Zero Chill. I remember, guys, we may see like a bunch of legends come in for this promo. So we might see some coming in this and next week, and then some really big ones coming later towards Christmas. And this is one of the guys I think we'll see later towards Christmas. This is a really nice card. I'm really hoping Brett Favre gets the nod there. Next up, we got Kyle Fuller. This is one of our Twitter votes here. This one I think came in from Cheat Gamer. Kyle Fuller's doing a lot in the league right now. This would be an excellent example of a card that could get an upgrade that's not necessarily like the guy in the league, like, you know, some of the bigger Patrick Peterson names, but he's definitely one of those guys that's performing at a level that he's deserving of an upgrade. So Kyle Fuller could have an upgrade. Do I think it's coming for Zero Chill? I don't think so. I think this is more of like a team of the week sort of upgrade card, but it's a good example to show you guys maybe the different overalls we'll be seeing in Zero Chill. Next up, we got Randy Moss. This was a very popular one. I think this one came in from one of my guys in the Elite Clan. Shout out to the Elite Clan, guys. I think this one came in from Fives. Fives, shout out to you, my man. Now, cornerback Randy Moss. This card is one of the most feared cards, not the promo, in legitimacy as the name, in the game. You guys remember his golden ticket from last year. The guy's got speed, ridiculous man coverage. Randy Moss is one of the cards people look forward to maybe the most every single year for out of position. Now, you guys remember out of position, certain players get different positions on the field. Randy Moss, an absolute savage. Do I think he's coming to the game for Zero Chill? I would give this a 7 out of 10 chance. This is a really good chance to see this guy in the game. Dude, if he does, it's going to be hard for me not to add him because his golden ticket last season was absolutely savage. Next up, Chad Johnson. Wanted to show you guys the card art. He's obviously getting a card, so we've made a custom card. He's going to be going up on Twitter. I'm excited for him. Patriots theme team's going to get a boost. Bengals theme teams really need a wide receiver other than AJ Green, so I'm thinking this is going to be a good card. Am I going to add him? I'd be more excited for like a Randy Moss upgrade at wide receiver. So we'll see. I mean, but Chad Johnson's going to look really good. Obviously, he's on the cover, so he's going to be coming to the game. I'm going to give that one a 10 out of 10. Next up, Christian Okoye. This one's pretty cool. I think this one came in from Authentic Nick on Twitter. 94 overall, fullback. Now, this guy's in good contention for an out of position player. I'm thinking he get a nod at tight end. He can get a nod at maybe an offensive lineman. This guy's very well known in the Mutt community. He's a very, very, very good player no matter what position you put him at. Fullback, definitely where he shines. I could see him coming back to the game. I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. I think it's likely, but not as likely as other players that we've seen, but a really nice card there. Next up, Troy Polamalu. Swing Games. Swing Games brought in like 10 different predictions. This is one of my favorite here. A couple other ones that we didn't make cards of that I really did like as well. He said Jim Kelly would be cool. Jason Sehorn would be great. Maybe a Mike Singletary. The one popped out at me again. I know we talked about this for Most Feared, which I think would be a better program to feature him on. But Troy Polamalu, we're going to continue to push for this guy, man. This dude is one of the funnest players in Mutt. We haven't seen him since like Madden, maybe 15, 13, somewhere around that time, and he is absolutely insane. So would love to see Troy come back. You guys don't need any more introduction to this dude. One of the hardest hitting, one of the best coverage safeties ever to play the game. Troy Polamalu, we're rooting for you, man. We'll continue to make custom cards until we see you get the nod in the game. Next up, Jalen Ramsey. This is a really good one, guys, and I think I'm pretty happy with seeing this guy in the game. Now, someone like a Troy Polamalu, who I'm going to give like a 3 out of 10 chance, maybe a 2 out of 10 chance coming to game. Jalen Ramsey, I'm thinking he's going to have more of like a 7 or 8 out of 10 chance. He hasn't seen an upgrade since launch, and he's been balling out in real life in the NFL. If they're going to give him a really nice card, I think Zero Chill would be the perfect place to include it. He had a great game this last week, so maybe he sees a Team of the Week upgrade, but I'm thinking Jalen Ramsey is coming in hot and cold for Zero Chill because the guy's absolute beast. As soon as he gets the upgrade, he's going to be one of the guys to own. He's one of the fastest, best covering corners in the game. But on top of that, he's got an advantage not a lot of corners have, and that is height. But I think Jalen Ramsey could see the nod. Again, I'm thinking this is a 7 or 8 out of 10 chance we're going to see Jalen enter the game. Next up, you guys know you can't go through a director's video without seeing some Chargers love, bros. Just came off a huge game last night. I was hype city, scaring the baby with my screams of joy. So we had to include a bolt on today's lineup. I'm hoping Shawne Merriman comes to the game at some point, man. Shawne Merriman, I remember watching this guy, one of the hardest hitting linebackers I had ever seen. He was scary, man. The dude rocked the field with his thunderous footsteps and just drove fear into the opposition every time he entered the field. So this guy I'm really hoping sees just maybe even a legend in the game at some point. Do I think he's coming into this? No, I'm going to give it like a 1 out of 10 chance. There's still a shot, but I had to include the card art, man. I'm going to continue pushing Shawne Merriman, Junior Seau, Troy Polamalu, those kinds of guys. So kind of a cool little card art right there. Next up, we got BrianUrlacher at the tight end position. I loved this this recommendation coming in from Twitter, dudes. Tight end BrianUrlacher, that could be pretty sweet. You could roster BrianUrlacher in offense and defense. This would be a big upgrade to Bears. I like it. I think it would be cool. Do I think it's coming out of position? I think it's a good idea. Do I think it's going to happen? Maybe a 5 out of 10, but I would love to see it. I'm sure Bears fans would be ecstatic to see BrianUrlacher at tight end as well. Next up, now this one, guys, pay attention because I'm thinking the way that they're recycling legends, it's very, very possible that Mike Vick gets an upgrade with this promo. Now, it's hard to include so many 95s. I'm leaning more towards 95 than 94 for his overall, but Mike Vick is the kind of name that as soon as he's dropped, his price is incredibly expensive. I'm talking, the way promos have been this year, I'm thinking maybe 1.5, 1.6 mil for Mike Vick. But the big thing to keep in mind, guys, is that if you already have Michael Vick and you have a power-up pass, I would say go buy the card just in case, because he's not that expensive right now. So I'm hovering maybe around 200,000 coins. If he does get an upgrade even as soon as tomorrow, that card could go up to 500,000-600,000 coins easy, because everyone's going to want to upgrade it, right? The one factor to put in with Mike Vick, though, is that you can use your 91 overall power-up pass to bypass it. So go ahead and sell the top piece, put 91 power-up pass on Mike Vick, and get your coins, right? Now, what are you going to get out of a Michael Vick? Me and Trumpet Monkey were talking about Dan Marino this last week, okay? And Dan Marino has the stats to be the best pocket passer in the game. Unfortunately, after thorough testing, we found that it doesn't really matter what the stats are after a certain threshold. It's more of a chance game, throwing the ball up, hoping to get a reception, hoping to not overthrow, hoping to not underthrow. It really is a roll of the dice, okay? So when I figured that out, when I sat and really pondered that, I came to a realization that I think it'd be kind of insane not to be rostering a mobile quarterback. So right now I've got Mahomes as my starter. He's got decent speed, so I'm not terribly upset with that, but I'm really considering moving to Mike Vick because there's such a huge advantage of being able to move around in the pocket. If you're going to be throwing the same as an elite pocket passer anyway, why not roster somebody like Michael Vick? Do I think he's coming to the game? Yes. I think there's a good 7 or 8 out of 10 chance that they're going to recycle this legend and he comes back with an even better card. If that's the case, guys, you could be seeing and you could be looking at one of the best quarterbacks in the game of Madden Ultimate Team for the rest of the year, and he'll just get better with his Ultimate Legend later down the stretch, okay? So, Mike Vick, I'm going to give like an 8 out of 10 that he's getting an upgrade. That being the case, I may go pick me up a Michael Vick and hold on to him, and hopefully he gets the nod in an upgrade. But keep in mind that power-up pass strategy, guys. You can go ahead and hold on to the Michael Vick. If he goes up in price, great. If not, I don't think you'll be out any coins at all, okay? So Mike Vick, we'll see. We'll see. Next up, that might be it, actually, guys. Is that it? I thought we had one more. No, that would be it, guys. Okay, so those are the predictions coming in from the community and from the director. And you've got a good idea of what we're looking at. There could be more out-of-position players like Terrell Pryor. You know, somebody said Nick Foles, a wide receiver, would be a funny card. Some people would like to use it on maybe Eagles-themed teams. But that is what to expect from the promo, guys. Now, one more thing to go over before we completely close out this video. I did want to kind of show you guys what the promo looked like in the past, just to give you an idea of what to expect, okay? So here's the out-of-position Bo Jackson that we were raving about before. Is that going to happen again? Not so sure, but be prepared for it anyway. We had more out-of-position bosses last season, too. Last year, it was more about out-of-position than I think the main promo. So we got an LT at middle linebacker and quarterback. We got Mike Vick at corner and halfback. Derek Brooks, Paul Krause, so on and so forth. That's what it was like last year. I'm thinking it would take a turn towards maybe more of a Madden 17 promo, where we had a healthy mix of both. We had out-of-position players, Deion Sanders at wide receiver, Terrell Pryor at quarterback. That was a really nice way to get the out-of-position players included in the promo. But on top of that, they had the Ghosts of Madden promo, and this was a really nice way to add in some players at their true positions and give them a nice boost overall. So I'm hoping something like this comes back to the game. You can see a Jeremy Shockey, maybe a Champ Bailey. Marvin Harrison can see another upgrade too. Not a bad promo. Jalen Ramsey getting the nod in that promo, by the way, and that's back when I think he was a rookie. So I'm hoping that Zero Chill is more like Ultimate Freeze was in Madden 17, where we see a lot of out-of-position players, but we also see players at their true position with some nice upgrades. So guys, I know a bit of a lengthy one, but want to make sure you guys are prepared and ready. One last thing I wanted to make sure I mentioned before closing out this video was training points. Super expensive right now. I know a lot of guys are gunning for that Deion Sanders, maybe even a Tyreek Hill. I'm guessing that training points could go down again. Again, it's a big could and big if we see some really nice cards and an influx of cards for the Ultimate Freeze. I'm certainly wanting some more training, but I think I'm going to wait until we see another market crash. Because guys, during the Blitz promo and the Thanksgiving promo, I was picking up some cards for under 30 coins per training, which is absolutely huge. So make sure you keep an eye out for training points. Hold on to some cards you think are going to get an upgrade through Zero Chill. What do you guys think? Do you think there's any other cards coming to the game, any other players coming to the game for Zero Chill that I did not mention? The most upvoted card, the most upvoted name, I'm going to make a custom card of. We might show it in the next video or just post it on Twitter. So let me know, guys, in the comments what you think. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you guys could hit us up with a like and sub, that would be huge. We were so close to 3,000 subs, it makes me want to spit. As always, guys, stay frosty. And it's so much more appropriate because Zero Chill. Stay frosty!
Last chance, 4th and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up, cause you know we stay frosty. I take my frosty, chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. Mutt Master YouTuber, come on, let's give it a whirl. Mutt Madden Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Staying frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, you know them gods will be slain. Stay frosty.